Next up, once again, we will have Melissa Gerson with her speech about language and practice. Everyone give her a huge warm welcome.
Hello, I'm excited to speak with you all tonight. My name is Melissa Gerson. I have ADHD, which creates problems with the way I communicate, and I'm not alone. Studies show that those with ADHD are 2 to 6 times more likely to have issues with language. Oftentimes, I cannot say things the way I want to because I cannot get my brain and my vocal tract to work together. Sometimes people can't understand what I'm saying, despite my best efforts. I mispronounce words in order to get through sentences, such as saying Canada instead of Canada. This didn't really matter when I was in elementary school, but it did in middle school. When I got to middle school, I was made fun of for the way that I spoke, especially my tone. Even now, sometimes I can't control my tone of voice without conscious effort, making me sound monotone or disinterested in what others are saying. The most frustrating part is I know exactly what I want to say and how, but I just can't. It feels somewhat like listening to somebody else speak. Luckily for me, I joined the school band in 7th grade when I got to middle school. I was immediately drawn to the trombone. It's bold, clear, and dynamic. Everything I wanted to be but thought that I couldn't. I found that it's a lot easier to read sheet music than it is to play out loud. When you say something incorrectly repeatedly, people make some assumptions about you, which is especially frustrating when you know they're wrong and you can't do anything about them. Music is different. If you play something incorrectly, it's expected that you practice and try again, opposed to the expectation that you get speech right every time. If you were to do well at a band event and someone complimented you, you can say, "Thank you, I practiced." But if someone were to compliment you on the way that you spoke and you told them that you practiced, they'd look at you like you're crazy. I got a lot from band, but the most important lessons I've learned is the importance of practice and that persistence can get you through almost anything. Something I noticed in myself and others that I personally struggled with is not knowing how to practice. In the beginning, I would go to band, my director would tell us to practice, I would go home, I'd set up my instrument, put up my music, then realize I wouldn't know what to do next. It got to the point where even thinking about practice made me anxious, so I went. And as you'd guess, my playing didn't get any better. I'd leave practice disappointed and even less motivated than before. Sometime later, I saw a video online about the idea that if you can play something slow, you can play it fast. What does this mean? Essentially, if you can play something slowly and correctly, you can speed it up progressively until it's ready to be played at full tempo. I realized then the reason I couldn't practice is because when I did muster up the willpower to practice, I'd practice songs given as fast as I could. I wouldn't make any progress, and I would call it a day. Now when I practice the weakest parts of a song slowly and amp it up progressively until I've mastered it. I've done the same with language. I stopped wasting time practicing things I was already good at. I started to slowly practice the things I did wrong, and then eventually I would do them correctly. I stopped using the easy, rigid way I leaned on my whole life, and started speaking in a looser, more relaxed way, which led to more conversations, which led to more practice, which led to me doing things correctly. Eventually, language stopped being a stubbornly rooted juggernaut that kept me from connecting with others, and instead, a test of persistence. Chances are you have something in your life that you struggle with. It might not be ADHD or language disorder, but everybody has something. When faced with your Goliath, I ask you to practice and to keep going, even if it takes you 4 tries. And to just keep going, no matter what, because David wins in the end. Thank you for your time.
Melissa, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. That was amazing.